Who wants to go first? You guys do? And who's going to report for this table? Alice? Okay, Alice. 5 minutes, go.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
All right, our table, again, we try to stick to the key main issues, big picture issues, not to work on solutions, but just identifying the key issues. So, one was safety for all access, all users, bikes, peds, cars, transit, and track crossings, and also people who are already using that corridor and you know it well, which are people who walk and use that as a thoroughfare up to the Fulton Day Labor Center. And then ensuring good access to the JC. Deborah at our table told us that there are 42,000 people a week going to the JC. Let's see, minimizing greenfield use.
Minimizing greenfield use would be making sure that we are using existing built-in areas, the gray fields and contaminated sites, brownfield use, to make sure that we keep the green nature of our city. As you see it from a distance, you can see it's very green. There's lots of trees, lots of open fields. And if we minimize greenfield use, we can really maintain that character of the city, make it very nature-friendly, make it very clean-smelling.
So the idea of using infill opportunities as opposed to converting existing open space to build spaces. Okay, so it's
Keep what's open, keep what's filled.
infills and preserving open space. Right?
And if it's okay with my table to add something, which is heritage oak preservation, because that used to be an oak forest around Cottingtown, and we only have about 5 to 10 heritage oaks left. We can't afford to lose even one. Then starting with our ideal of minimizing car use to this train station, and the ideal would be to have a car-free train station. And then working backward from that and saying, how on earth would we create that? That would be a major feat. But if we start with that as a shuttle to the train station, say to them, look, why don't you contribute that money to City Bus and create not just your own little private shuttle, but have more City Bus service so that everybody can use that bus and everyone can benefit from it just by pooling all the transit. What the ridership is for that station, where are people coming from, and what are their modes of access to that station?
Good. All right, good work.
We'll capture all of these. Don't worry, we're not going to lose any of this stuff. You guys ready to go? Is that what you're raising your hand? You're ready? Okay. So you got your 5 minutes. Go for it.
Okay, we had a lot of the same things, but one of the kind of the overarching thing was the whole northwest area was built after World War II. And one of the few features that is pre-World War II is the railroad track. So you had a whole area that was built for the automobile. So how do you adapt that so that people don't have to use the auto so much? So some of our main issues were, what's the best site to connect with existing transportation features so that people, like feeder shuttles, can get to the train, so bikes can get there, so pedestrians can get there safely. Parking was another issue that fed into that, because there is going to be a bridge period of time where people, to get them on the train, they're going to want to drive there somewhere, they're going to want to take a shuttle there somewhere. So to start off with, it's important to try to find a site that maybe has some existing parking capacity. Let's see, what else? Safety was a huge issue. Which areas might have the most potential for having crime prevention designed to reduce crime prevention potential. A huge issue was how do we get the most bang for our buck, both in terms of serving the most people and catalyzing new development or redevelopment. And tied along with that were, considering both private spending practices and the state of the economy, but also there seems to be a whole shift in the way that transportation dollars and planning dollars are going to be allocated in the future. There's all kinds of state and federal legislation that are going to direct monies to priority development areas. So looking at different sites, which one does have the most potential to catalyze all kinds of things around that area? Another huge issue for the Northwest is barriers. We have barriers associated with the railroad tracks and barriers with 101, and barriers with kind of the way the existing infrastructure runs mostly to the east-south or in a diagonal fashion, and how are you going to get people to a transit site in the most efficient way? Another issue we talked about was the fact that Northwest Santa Rosa has a lot of existing retail and residential, but it really doesn't have that vibrant 24/7 atmosphere that you might find in Railroad Square. So, when thinking about a site, you want to think about how can we create that around a transit site so that there is more of that 24/7 atmosphere where you see people at night doing things. Maybe there's more restaurants, more entertainment uses, things like that really make a vibrant, high-intensity energy area. Also, another important issue is in siting a station in this area is how close is it to existing job employment centers, educational uses, things that really are magnets for a large volume of people, and how could we use the transit station to get more people out of their cars. Sprawl repair was a huge thing. This is an opportunity, again, to look at a post-World War II development pattern and figure out how to fix it with different transit systems and land use patterns. And economic development and jobs. This could be something that would, again, catalyze more economic development and jobs by having a transit station in one area versus another, and having that as a major, centerpiece of the new complete community.